Hello again. So, I wanted to make it just a quick little video just so people know what's going on, just so you know that I am not, dead or anything. So, I ended up moving down to Southern California. My parents were kind enough to buy me a house. It's a little small, one-bedroom house. And I'm really, really glad that they were able to do this for me because my living situation that I was in was not guaranteed. I was living with my parents, and my sister and her husband are living there. And her husband is from Norway, and they just had a kid, and so their plan is that once the kid reaches school age, they're going to move to Norway. So then that would just leave my mom and my parents are both in their 70s, and their plan is to eventually move down to Mexico. My mom has an apartment down there. And so they're going to move down to Mexico, and then I'd have to find another place to live. And I was kind of worried about what's going to happen. So this house turned up in the town that one of my older sisters lives in. I live like a mile and a half away from her, which is great because I need the family support. And so it's great that I can that I can live near family but still have my own space. And so my parents are going to be setting up a trust to where once my parents die, my mom's retirement account will kick in and that'll pay the property taxes, which is awesome. So my parents are paying for the property taxes and for the house payments. What I have to worry about is I'm paying for water, garbage, gas, electric, and internet. So that's all this. And also, of course, I'm buying my own food and all that stuff. And right now, I think I'm in a pretty good position to be able to actually live by myself successfully, because there was a time when I tried that and it just did not work. I had a one-bedroom apartment and the place was terrible. I mean, it looked like a scene out of the show Hoarders. Just garbage everywhere, sink full of nasty dishes. The only reason it didn't look as bad as some of the places on Hoarders is because they would do apartment inspections. So they'd give me, 48 hours notice, and then I would scramble to clean up. And I would get the stuff picked up and get all the garbage off the floor and everything, but I just didn't have the time to do any actual cleaning. And then the place would just wind up getting messy again. But so far, things are going well. I still have a bunch of crap I need to unpack. And let me give you just a little shot of my... There's a little shot of my... There you go. There's a little shot of my main living space in this house. This is a little one-bedroom house. And so I've still got more stuff that needs unpacking, but that's going to happen gradually. But I've been doing a pretty good job of making sure not to create more mess. Like, I've been making sure to throw stuff away. And some things, like I posted a picture on Instagram of a vanity that I ordered on Amazon, and as soon as I opened that up, I immediately dealt with the packaging and put it into the recycle. And I've been really good about throwing stuff away and putting in the recycle and everything, so I think I'll be able to manage this time. And also, the other thing I might do as well is I might, have a maid come in maybe once a month, once everything is all unpacked and all of that. just so that way the maid can come in and do actual cleaning, like actual like mopping the floors and scrubbing the toilet and all that. So that way I don't have to worry about it, and all I have to worry about is keeping things picked up. But yeah, so far so good. And the town is pretty nice. And I live like a 6-minute bike ride away from the grocery store, which is great. And since my sister lives here, that gives me other options as well. So like if she's going to go to Costco, then she'll just call me up and say, "Hey, I'm going to Costco. You want to come?" So, for stuff like that, that works. Otherwise, since I don't drive, I can ride my bike, and I'm really close to a bus stop. I need to figure out where the buses go. So, yeah, I've got options. And yeah, having my own place has definitely really helped with my stress and anxiety, because I can have things, exactly how I want them. I can do my thing. I don't have to worry about bugging anybody. I don't have to worry about anybody telling me, whatever. And so once I, get stuff done in here, I will be making videos showing you my house. And the kitchen is kind of small, and this is a 1920s house, so it's got some kind of annoying things in the kitchen, like the cabinets, the shelves are not adjustable, and they're really close together, so certain things just will not fit. But I'm working on some clever things, for organizing the kitchen, so I will be sharing those and giving you a little tour of the house. It's a fairly small house, and it's got a little yard in the back, which is nice. And there isn't really much front yard to speak of, which is great, because that means I don't have to worry about, much in the way of lawn maintenance. And so, and the internet service that I have here looks to be good enough that I will be able to do live streams on YouTube. And I'm really looking forward to that. And hopefully, with my stress and anxiety level being much lower, I'll actually be able to get videos out more regularly and do some other stuff. Because, right now I am on disability, and that's something I intend to keep as long as I can, just because it is a steady source of income. But I do also want to try to, supplement my income with Patreon and, merchandise and whatever, the typical things people do. And so that way I can rely, I'm not only relying on Uncle Sam, because, if you can manage, without Uncle Sam's help, that's always good. And once I get my desktop computer set up and everything, I will go ahead and make a video about my sex reassignment surgery, because I've been meaning to do that, and I'll go through all the gory details. And the video will probably be a fairly lengthy video, because I'll probably talk about, I'm thinking of just doing a video from the surgery, and just kind of talk about, the surgery itself, the hospital stay, and then all the way up to now maybe. So we'll see how that goes. But just a little sort of, everything so far with the surgery is really great, really happy with it. My dysphoria is doing really, really well, which is fantastic. So, yeah, I guess that's just about it. I will post more videos as I get things settled in here, and I'll show you the house and everything. And then I'm hoping to do, things like, clothing haul videos, like thrift shop hauls and all that stuff. And frankly, I think the videos on this channel are going to be kind of on a variety of things, trans stuff, goth stuff, vegan stuff, whatever. I'm not going to be like, I'm this channel, or whatever. I'm just going to make videos about whatever the fuck I feel like making videos about, and and if people like them and are willing to to kick down a couple of bucks, on Patreon to help me out, that would be greatly appreciated. So I guess that will be it, and I will see you all later.